What is going on, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully Dave told you guys that I was going to be more than likely running way late today. Me and Jess went out to a different town for a little trip, and as the title suggests, I literally just walked in the door a few moments ago. So we've got Spencer, we've got Mimi's, Jordan, Sam, Cody, Farming Pro 17, and Jonathan. Hello. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm presuming there is music and there is all that good stuff as well. So, without further ado, let's get going. I think everything's still plugged in. No, webcam's not plugged in. One moment. Hey Henry and Eric, what's going on? Foxtrot, hello. Actually, I need to move the whole laptop around. And me and Jess played a bit of Lego Harry Potter last night, and it's all out of whack. Alright, let's try and see if the webcam's going to work. Yep, that's working. And I need to adjust the sub goal, but we'll leave it for today's stream. Alrighty. So I think I can't remember what video I started to do this on, but we are going to carry on with the foraging. So a bit different. I have not really used one of the forage wagons too much in 17. Andy, my favourite mod, Farm Simulator, the old MF mod. Oh yeah, that's come out now, hasn't it, I bet? Let me actually open up the mod hub and have a ganders. No, it hasn't. It hasn't actually come out yet. Wow. From what I heard about Black Sheep's new map from Mr. Rainbow Dave earlier today, it's still got the same issues that their last map did, with holes in the terrain, and it's still past testing. The Modern Classics DLC presumably will not be coming to consoles. That is all down to Giants and all of that good stuff. But from what I've been hearing, by the sounds of it, it will not be coming to consoles. I'm doing good games. What about yourself? I subscribe. There's two boys. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think you did that yesterday. Hey, Captain Simulation. What's going on? So this stream is going to be relatively like an hour long. So yeah, I've started later than normal because of obviously being out and about. Yeah, Spencer, I don't think it was ever actually, well, it was presumed that it was going to come to console, but it was never advertised to come to console. That being said, the DLC was never actually advertised. But, yeah, from what I understand, it will not be coming to consoles. I've heard various different reasons why. I hate you, Landy. Cool. PC for the win, PC only. Yeah. PC has no limitation to mods. Never has, never will. Ugly, what's up? What time of day is it in game? Oh well. Not that late. Hey Matt, what's up, buddy? Keeping it heaped still, I trust. Probably Spencer, because he's a sad, pathetic troll that just wants to get noticed. Ignore the troll will go away. Just keeping it heaped, yeah. Nice. Good to hear. So on the travels today, we did pass a pretty sweet John Deere dealership. Had a bunch of equipment sat out front. 7Rs, the big 9Rs with the articulated stuff, combines, sprayers. I think I saw a sprayer out back. Okay, yeah, reversing into the wall's not going to work. Hey, James, what's going on, buddy? And the amount of cornfields we passed, holy crap. I'm guessing it's Canada's corn belt, for sure. Hey, CD. As per your request, Spencer, they have been banned. I agree, what's going on? Doing good, what about yourself? How's Dave's stream, guys? I'm guessing he streamed. Already done it, Foxtrot, don't worry. Chris Irish Gamer, are we now? I'm surprised the amount of people that are in here. Never mind, Matt. Which Matt are you talking to, though? You got that completely backwards, Chris. It's morning. You got to over-exaggerate the ing. Dave's stream was heapy. Cool. He kept it heaped as well. We are going to be creating some heaps, funny enough, today and streaming it out. Oakfield's my favourite map, without a shadow of a doubt. It's based very, very close to where I live, so it's going to be. Femi has bought one of the last proper challenges. Nice. There's probably a ton of them kicking around. And even though Fent, well, they're being branded Fent in Europe, they're still Challenger. They're exactly the same underneath, no doubt. Other than the colours are going to change in the branding, basically. Which, well, that's the colours. Or badging, should I say. No, James, he is called Dagger Winnington. And honestly, if someone comes in here saying, is it true, so-and-so's name is so-and-so, I'm not going to say yes or no if I do not. Some YouTubers out there keep a lot of their personal stuff personal, including their names. You've got no need to know it. In some cases, you don't have any right to know his name. You don't have any right to know what he looks like. Just sit back and enjoy his content. Yeah, what's up? Alright, this song's what changed. Again, Foxtrot, if you look on my About page and look on my email address, my full name's there. I've never kept my full name a secret. I mean, yeah, it's no big secret. You load that up and, well, what does it say right here? Not much. I was just go back. Should actually make that a command, Matt. My real name's Matt XGS. Spencer, he'll say the same thing as me. Me and Matt talk quite a lot in TeamSpeak. He comes in quite often, and it's stuff that gets brought up in there from time to time, and he's basically, he's done with it. It's got nothing to do with him. It's all down to Giants at this point. Is there much forest harvesting in Canada? I don't know, honestly. Ah, crap. I started on the wrong pass. Never mind. Matt knows as much as us. Matt's job literally was to make the DLC and then get paid for the DLC effectively. And then he's done with it. He's got nothing else to do with that DLC. His job is finished. The rest is down to Giants. So who knows what it is. I have a hunch that hopefully we'll see this stuff in the default game in FS19. Matt doesn't know a thing about it. He hasn't told us anything, but I've got a little hunch that it will be. Likewise, there was supposed to be, as far as I know, an update for the Classic DLC. That never happened. And I believe Matt did that too, actually. No, the Grimmy DLC ain't coming. From what I understand on that one, actually, it's not really down to FSI's capabilities here. It's Grimmy are being a pain in the ass with licensing. That being said, we've all seen FSI's quality on day of release is absolutely shoddy. Just as almost as good as Black Sheep, to be quite frank. So, you got to wonder if that'll ever happen. I personally don't think it'll happen. But, you never know, I may be surprised. Yeah, Foxtrot, that's another thing I've said is, it'd be cool if it was a day one mod. I was reading that and crashed into a fence post. Good lord. Oh, wow, I'm stuck. Forward drive. What am I stuck on? Nothing. There we go. Hey, Shanna. How's it going? Long time no see. You sure you're not on about Black Sheep making the skidder? I may end up swapping out tractors, because this is taking us forever going back and forth with this. Teleporter? You mean telehandler, Spencer? Or do you mean Lodal? Because the teleporter is a completely different machine. Way. Eden, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you, appreciate it. How you been? Yeah, it's definitely been, jeez, best part of a year since I think I've seen you around. Call it a teleporter? Yeah, if you could look, in all seriousness, if you look up the teleporter, that is JCB's. It kind of looks similar to a forklift, but it's got like a telehandler boom on it. I believe they call it a teleporter. Black Sheep Modern have got one in their Massey pack. It's not the greatest, and I don't believe it's very accurate to the real one, but it is in there. I've got it. Hey, Minister. Oh, is this full? Yes, it is. Oh well, I'm guessing we are starting the huge pile of straw on one side and compost on the other. I have never honestly heard anyone call a telehandler a teleporter. All seriousness. Yeah, the forklift, that Lindini, or however you pronounce it, not Landini, what is it? Lindy? Something like that anyway. That forklift, honestly, I'm not a fan of. It's got some issues with it. My favourite one's the Clark. It's kind of in sort of a military greeny colour one. It's definitely bigger than a conventional forklift. But that thing is awesome. It really is good little forklift. I believe it's an Irish thing. Ah, okay, that'll explain it then. Hey, William, what's going on? Isn't it Eef Minister or E-Minister or something like that? Hey, Michael, what's going on? Alright, this thing should have a bit more pep. Backfiring Harley. Oh, did you guys see the news about Euro Truck and American Truck Sim? Being able to own your own trailers now in the next update. That thing is sick. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, forklift. Yeah, I've heard of a lot of people call them forklifts. I always just refer to them as telehandlers. Mud mod coming soon. Mud mod. Mud mod's been done for a long time, but honestly, it's kind of crappy, I'm not going to lie. I used to like it, but really, I've got put off. If you want it on a map, look at Thornton Farm, I believe it's on there. Actually, yeah, it is on there. Sounded like fun. What, that bike? The ETS news, or is that what you're on about? No, I haven't used them. Hey, Lewis, what's up, buddy? Brakes. I've had more automation for absolutely donkey's years now. I was one of the early backers of that game. Fantastic game. It's going to take a long time to get anywhere, though. And it has been. Isaac, what's crack-a-lackin'? Oh, really? Update for ETS? Yeah, so basically you'll be able to own your own trailers. It is on the Euro Truck Sim blog. I believe they posted it, probably if you look on Steam, it'll be on there for sure. But if you go to their Facebook page or Twitter page, they'll post it up there. I need to read it a bit more. But needless to say, it's going to be a busy night for me tonight. Oh, nice one. Yeah, watching Daggerman stream Oblivion on his Daggerman Extra channel yesterday was actually... Well, yesterday? Day before? It was a lot of fun. It's just a shame there's so many people in there going sort of on about recording Farm Sim and streaming Farm Sim, and it's just... The dude's not playing Farm Sim. Let him enjoy a different game, and it's not even on a channel that's got Farm Sim on, I don't think. It's comical. Yeah, there is, Spencer. Well, there's not a lot, but it's deep in spots, which is a pain in the ass. The Daggerman streaming... Is streaming... to 10:30 or at 10:30? Are you going to stream ETS2? I don't stream ETS2 usually, I record videos on it. So, Saturdays are the Truck Sim days, so it's either Euro Truck or American Truck. Last week was Euro Truck, so this week it will be American Truck, which I still need to record. And as it stands for right now, guys, I do not have a video for tomorrow, so this could be the video for tomorrow, just FYI, warning you now. Over there, wasn't it? At 10:30, oh sweet. Yeah, I'll be busy going to the Ford dealership with Jess. No, I never actually bothered playing it after they fixed it. Once I downloaded it, saw all the blatant issues that were on that map, and scratched my head on how the hell it still passed testing, I never played it since then. It was a map I was actually really looking forward to. The new American map from Black Sheep, I've heard. I don't know if anyone's actually looked on the map. Apparently it's got terrain issues again. So I'm not too sure. What do you think of the features in FS19? So far so good. I'm doing good, Hector. What about yourself? Wreckfest multiplayer, as far as I'm aware, is still all messed up where you have to port forward your router. That is such a cluster. The fact, if you still need to do that, I don't know if you do though. But that is a cluster. Great game though, Wreckfest. I think I've got a couple of videos on the channel of it, at least one. If you look on the channel, I've got videos and live streams of Forza Horizon 3. I will be buying Forza Horizon 4. There's 3 games coming out that I will definitely get. Farm Simulator, obviously, that's what the channel revolves around. Forza Horizon 4, that is one of my favourite games, is Forza. I love the franchise. And a game called 2 Point Hospital, which if any of you guys remember Theme Hospital from back in the day, that is the new version of that made by the same devs, so that game is going to be amazing. And that's more of a game for myself. Oh, not too bad, just got my G29, wheel and pedal stay, nice, you'll enjoy that. Recommend a game for that, Spin Tires, if you want some good force feedback. That game is amazing with steering wheels. Spin Tires Mud Runner, highly recommend that game. I downloaded the new map earlier, Eric. If we were back in time today, I was going to stream it, but I haven't checked it, I haven't looked at it. I may do a first look on it later tonight maybe and throw that up for tomorrow's video. Theme Hospital, yay! Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. Gonna get into iRacing. Fair enough. Ask Dave about iRacing, Hector, and Dave's in iRacing. It can get expensive from what I understand. I've got Airline Tycoon. I've never tried. Well, I say I never tried. I never probably played it. What's your favourite song? Honestly, I don't really have a favourite song. I like a lot of EDM, dubstep, drum and bass, stuff like that. Anything with a heavy bass line, I'm all over it. And sort of what you can tell in these playlists. And some of them are light, fluffy, fun songs like this. And other ones are a bit more heavier, down to my style. You still love Theme Hospital? Yeah, who didn't? Dave loves iRacing. Dave loves racing games in general. He likes his sim racing games. Does it have any terrain issues? As far as that Black Sheep's map goes, that you've seen so far? Dave messaged me saying that it's got the same, but I don't know. What map did Dave stream earlier, guys? It's a map that I want to look at. I don't know if I'll do any series on it or streams per se. We'll have to have a look-see. And as far as it goes, Black Sheep maps really aren't my style, but that's just personal preference. But I definitely give it a look at. Maybe it's on Linux? Okay. He doesn't stream them because it's that intense. Like, when he is racing in those games, he is silent for the whole entire race on TeamSpeak. He doesn't talk. It wouldn't make for a good stream. It really wouldn't. Not when you're seriously racing and there's a lot dependent on it. That's why he doesn't tend to probably do those type. He's done one video on it with a replay that was a good replay. And there's other times where you get caught up in the moment, you're going to swear. And Dave's like me, he runs a family-friendly channel, so that is why. We play Leaden? I may do. I don't know yet, to be quite honest. I'm really liking that Welsh map. That's definitely probably one of my fave small maps. Letton's great, fantastic map. A little too small for my taste. Honestly, it is. It is a really, really small map. Hang about, we've still got material on the back. where the Welsh map there, you've got room to move around, and then of course Oxy's new map is probably soon going to be able to do let's plays on it and all that good stuff, so obviously I'm going to be on that. No, Hector. I haven't been spending money on stupid things recently. I've been kind of saving it. Although I have had, I think, 3 or 4 donations on PayPal recently, which I appreciate massively. It does help for getting stuff like that. Theme Hospital is a game, or 2 Point Hospital shall we call it, is a game that I will probably end up putting on the channel, just to see what the interest is there as a one-off video maybe. But it's a game I'm going to get more for myself. Forza Horizon again will be on the channel. Probably I'll stream it because, well, I'm going to be glued to it. I need an excuse to stream it or play it, and that'll be it. Oh, you got 19 coming up, Lewis. And honestly, for your first ever map, that's a freaking good map. There's no denying that. You have done way better than most people do, and you've had caught the eye on a lot of people with that. Just for my play style and the FPS, actually, to answer your question that you PM me on Discord a couple of days ago, I think now, well, a day or so, it is better, but because the map is so small, you still get the FPS hits. And I don't know what it will do once I get vehicles on it and play it for a while, to be honest. I think it will absolutely crap itself, on my system at least. It's another reason why I like the bigger maps. It spreads everything out a bit more. Season 4 will be great. The Drift DLC, pointless to me. Drift DLC? Why would Drift DLC be pointless? Forza Horizon's all about that drifting the roads, and especially it being set in the UK, mainly Scotland, I understand. It's going to be sick. The way they're doing seasons is interesting. It's going to be all game side. You're not going to have any control over seasons, and it is going to be weekly based. So it's just going to rinse through the seasons for a weekly basis, which is going to be cool. I'm actually really kind of like that. Oh, no doubt, Lewis. No doubt. I don't drift at all. Drifting's fun. It really is. That's something that later down the line, when I've got full-time job and everything, and I can do all of that stuff and have resources, I will get into drifting IRL. Guaranteed. Something I really want to do. Yeah, I'm getting around 40 to 50, no shaders, bare map. When you're looking at around both of the yards there, it does drop for me for whatever whacked out reason. Yeah, horses are going to be in FS19, so you'll love that, and there is a dog in FS19 as well. We don't know what they are going to be doing. We don't know anything about them other than confirmed horses, dogs. The horses are rideable. You do have to feed them. The dog, we don't know anything about at all, other than what it looks like. Yeah, that's what we were talking about yesterday, Lewis, with Bill in here. It's kind of worrying. It really is. Or take that. Don't suit the thing that I'm doing. I'm not sure what you're on about though. I'm just happy that they're bringing animals in. What do you mean bringing in animals? Yeah, well, they've literally just got horses and dogs as the other animals, but they're player orientated. That we know of. There's probably going to be more news to come. They're taking a car heavy off-road. Ah, gotcha, yeah. I'm not a fan of that. If I'm doing the off-road stuff, I will be in a rally car or a pickup truck or stuff like that. I won't be taking the supercar off-road. Most of the time when you see me play Horizon games, I'm in normal cars. I'm not a fan of supercars, I'm not a fan of hypercars, whether it's in-game or out of the game, IRL. I just don't like them. I like your utility vehicles and stuff like that. And the big, sort of older stuff, like the old classic cars that you can get in Forza, that's what I'm into more than anything. I think we're all covering the news quite heavily this year. I know I'm not going to be missing a trick with the news. I really goofed last year by missing a lot of the news, or the last version of the game in 2016. This year I'm going to be on it. You guys saw the video I did on the picture. It took me 2 hours to convince myself to whether or not to do that. I used to sort of, in private, kind of ridicule people that did that. But I'm going to be one of them this time, so I'm really eating my words on that. So I'm parked a combine in the way. Love the Focus, like the McLaren's only. Oh, wow. Your taste of cars is very narrowed. Someone's waving at Oxy. Is Oxy in it? And Forza I'm usually driving old classic and trucks. They're just so much nicer I find. Yeah, I think my favourite in Forza Horizon 3 was the Titan. It was one of the DLCs. I had the Cummins engine in it. That thing, I used to love rocking that. I'm not going to be covering the news for Forza. I've been keeping an eye on it. I got burnt by the last Forza game, Forza Motorsport. Jeez, what one is it? I can't remember what one it is, 7 or something. It's terrible. They completely wrecked Motorsport, in my opinion. Horizons, from everything I've been sort of not covering, but watching it myself, yeah, that looks a killer game. Hey, there's Oxy. What's up, buddy? Blizzard Mountain, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the Titan's awesome. There's one thing with Forza, I would love them to record true sounds, because you put an exhaust system on a car and that's it, it just becomes this generic sound. It sounds like crap. Hey, Jag, what's going on, buddy? Subsonic, hello. Holy crap, we got 80 people in here. Easy. If I convert Sandy Bay, it will be the FS15 version. Forza is set in the UK. I think most of it is set in... Actually, I'm just going to start doing the cheat mode, cut through the hedge. I think it mostly is set in Scotland, though. Have I played Project Cars? I think I've... Have I got Project Cars? I've got one of them and never played it, to be quite honest. I didn't care for it. Have you heard anything about FS19 lately? Honestly, you know as much as I do. The picture that I posted yesterday, the 4-minute video on that, that's the latest news from Farming Simulator. You'll know as much news as we do because it'll be all we talk about. And honestly, Oxy, as far as Sandy Bay goes, if you do convert it, I wouldn't. I would just let that lie now and move on to bigger and better things. I think the way mapping, unfortunately, is going to be changed. I don't think it would be worth converting stuff of that age. Less limited in Horizon than Motorsport. Don't get me wrong, I love Motorsport as far as Forza games go, but what they did in this last version of Motorsport completely ruined it. As far as they're really locking you in what you can do. You can't just take say an MX-5, which is a Miata for any of you that are in the States, and get that which, say, for example, is an A-class car. The old Forza system, you could get that A-class car and race it, upgrade it through all the different varying classes until you reached its highest capability, the highest class it could go. Now, you can't do that. You have to buy the cars they say they do, then they'll do the stupid homologate BS, which then takes them from being stock, modifies the car that you probably wanted to keep stock, and race it as it was. I just can't stand that. That alone really gripes me, and I didn't watch any content on Forza Motorsport because I just didn't want it to spoil it for myself. I wouldn't have bought the game, and it's the first Forza I've actually said I would never have bought that game if it wasn't down to that. And that was, as far as I'm concerned, I barely played. I'm playing it again now. I've got it installed, but I wouldn't have bought it. Really wouldn't have bought it. I do feel like I wasted my money on it. I sat here eating Jaffa cakes. Nice. I do have some exciting plans for 19, which I will announce on my Facebook page soon. Very exciting for me and better for the FS community. Oh dear. If anyone's wondering what I am doing, by the way, I'm collecting the straw for the compost. Which, honestly, with the amount that we've already got, I'm probably just going to do some of the outside rounds, and that's it. Or the rest of the outside rounds. I'm doing okay, Paul. What about yourself? Have you pondered about what we were talking about last night, Hogsy? Do you think Giants bring out 19 so close to... Honestly, Fallout is a different bracketry, a different type of game compared to Farm Sim. Giants have got the November release date because, quite frank, and from what they've said publicly, I believe at FarmCon, they needed more time. This game is a big, big change for them. A lot of stuff under the hood, a lot of graphics, a lot of lighting has changed. So there's a lot of stuff that's probably breaking in the process, unfortunately. Ah, that's good to know, Paul. Glad to hear. Tractors. Yeah, I can see Oxy working his magic on tractors. Especially as far as the T20 goes. Favorite tractor? Yeah, you and me both, you know that. Shamrock and the brands and stuff like that. 20th of November is the release date for Farming Simulator 19 as it is posted. That being said, don't forget guys, if it has got issues, they are more than prepared to pull back the release date if they need to. Which will suck, don't get me wrong, it will suck. But what do we prefer? Do we prefer a game working on release date or a broken game? I know what I want, and that's a working game on release day instead of a broken mess like we had in 15. Not gonna lie, it was bad. We have a real life untouched T20 here. Nice. Yeah, the old Fergie Greys, there's something about them. They've got so much charm about those old tractors. Same with the Ford 810s, what Bill has. They're such nice little tractors. I'd love to have one like that one day. So do you think FS19 will be successful? Honestly, if you look at Farm Sim in 2016, they outsold Call of Duty when they dropped. Now, I don't know if they come out the same day or what the deal was there, but I know it outsold it. And that made a lot of people in the gaming community kind of lift their head up and go, okay, Farm Sim, what's this game? How did it do it? And I think that's why we probably see so many Farm Sim ripoffs now. Have your beacon light on. Okay, switching it off. There we go. Broken, please. Did you drive through the hedge? No, the hedge isn't here. Okay, yeah. Shoot me a PM. Now again, make sure I'm not speaking out my ass on that one. Go look it up to make sure I am right on that one, but I think I am. I don't want to be giving you guys, well, as much as I hate this term, fake news. It's a half-finished game. Yeah, hopefully they don't. FS15 was bad for them. They added the forestry, and the forestry was broken. That was 15 was a mess. It really was. That's what killed a lot of the modding for a lot of people, I think. They just didn't put out documentation until 6 months down the line. It was a terrible, good game, but terrible because of that. And 17, they really come around and did themselves good with this one, as far as I know, and as far as I think. I'm good, MJ. What about yourself? Invisible hedges. Yeah, in all seriousness, I may actually come through and take out a bit of the hedgerow there if I can. Just so I can simply cut across instead of going all the way around. Yeah, you sit in first person. Not anymore. 15. First 15 pukes. It was a good game though, let's face it. It was good. But initially it had its issues. But that, sadly, that's the gaming industry as a whole, not just one game company in itself. That's what it says. Well, there you go. Map does suit all smaller equipment. Yeah, that's the thing, that if you guys go watch my first look video, and if any of the moderators are around, Steve, if you're going to be around, can you please link that video at the end of the stream? Please and thank you. Shamrock Valley does suit the older stuff, so the Modern Classic pack. Basically, if you guys played Meadow Grove or the Welsh map, the smaller, older type of equipment I am using on that map will suit the Shamrock very, very well. You don't need particularly big tractors on that map, for sure. Maybe 1 or 2 maximum 200 horse, maybe edging up into the 300 is what I'll probably end up using. There's a couple of big ones there. What mic are you using? I am using a Blue Yeti Blacked Out Edition. It's on the mic stand. Unfortunately, when I'm here in Canada, I do not have my mic boom with me, which I prefer using. But it is mounted on the desk stand. Really good mic. I don't think they're particularly that expensive too. Okay, I did get everything up here. Let's go fill this up then. Do one last. Load. Have I played Sussex map? Nope. I'm staying away from that map. I think it's really bad, personally, and I think it looks more like an American map than it does a UK style map. So that's one that I will stay very, very far away from. And I have got a cup of coffee here that I've not touched yet. Oh, and I think Jess needs my help. She does. I may actually have to wrap up the stream, guys, so I can go out and help Jess. Why didn't you buy a mic for Canada? Money. They're not cheap. Those mic booms that can support the weight of a Blue Yeti, they are basically... I think I paid £70 for that. Oh wow, can't you tell I'm typing her a message? Alright, as I was on this row, I will complete this row and then I will end the stream so I can go help Jess do something. She needs me. Alrighty. Go help the person who needs help. I will help my fiance, yes. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Sorry I was late, sorry I'm finishing early, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So until next time, I bid you guys farewell. Like I say, moderators, can you please link the first look on Shamrock Valley? And if you guys haven't checked that out, go check that out. Awesome map by Oxygen David. Catch you guys later. See ya.